Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Today I will talk about the realization of a divine dream. To the ambitious, to the bold, and to the visionary, dreaming is not limited to the meanderings of the subconscious mind, unraveling mysteries that only show themselves in the night. No. To the ambitious and the audacious, dreaming can be a conscious decision of abdicating present reality in exchange for a preferable future. They can grasp onto potentials and carry in themselves promises, hopeful and expectant, like a woman, pregnant. So if you, whether awake or asleep, if you sense that your dream, in any chance, has come from God, that will change everything. For those who carry God's dreams, never miscarry. For when God speaks or seeds his word into a person, it never returns to him void, but it always accomplishes exactly what he sent it to do. However, unlike pregnancy, which is only 9 months, God's dreams tend to take much longer. I wish somebody told me back in September of 2000 that after a God idea comes, that there would be years or decades of preparing and maturing, waiting for it to come to pass. So this morning, perhaps there are some of you, maybe if you have been carrying a dream longer than 40 weeks, if you have become discouraged, or maybe uncertain about what to do. If you are confused or tempted to spread yourself thin in multiple opportunities and businesses, like Abraham spread his seed into Hagar, impatient and unwilling to wait on God's timing. I want to share with you 3 ideas, 3 lessons that I've learned and I'm still learning about how to navigate through the complexity of life when en route to a divine dream. Number 1 is the idea of grace, and it's the lesson of how grace triumphs over failure. Those who dream big dreams will take risks, and with risks, it's almost expected that you may fail. But if you have a divine dream, you may feel like you need to be perfect. When you're carrying this special God-ordained vision or passion, fail, especially moral failures, character failures, marriage failures, you may feel disqualified or no longer able to represent God. For me, it took 18 months of Celebrate Recovery, got the chip to prove it, to learn about grace. And grace not just being the vehicle that got me into God's family, but grace was also the vehicle that continues to lead me and carry me into my divine dream. Grace triumphs over failure. Number 2 is the idea that the person of Christ or the person of God is a priority over the principles of God. Now, I believe in principles. I believe in biblical principles. I believe in economic principles. I believe in the law of the lid and the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. I believe that you should be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise when trying to win friends and influence people. I believe in principles. But many people become shipwrecked in their faith or in their dream when they apply God's principles. They apply all the right rules and laws, but God does not seem to bend. He doesn't seem to submit to them when they speak his word. I have sowed, and it doesn't seem like I'm reaping. I have tithed, but the windows of heaven don't seem to be open. No, we prioritize the person over the principle. And when life doesn't seem to be going the way you expect it to go, on your way to your dream, and you've tried to do all the right things, we hold on to the person. We place our ears next to the lips of the person of God, and eventually he will speak and tell us exactly what we need to do to move forward towards our divine dream. And number 3 is the idea of seasons, and that seasons trump calling. Your season, your circumstance always demands your full attention. God asked Moses, "What is that in your hand?" Today, January 30th, 2015, what is in your responsibility? You may have a dead-end job with a boss who is angry. You may have a wife who is needy or a husband who is horny. You have to take care of what is in your hand. Your season trumps your calling. You don't abdicate your responsibilities to go pursue your dream. You don't disregard what you have. Like Joseph, whether he was a servant, a slave, or a criminal, or incriminated in jail, he always served his season. He knew exactly what God called him to do. But he didn't disregard his responsibilities to go make his dream happen. Our seasons trump our calling. And as you serve your season, God will position you to be in the right place to step into your divine dream. And so, how do we remember these things, these three ideas about the grace and the person and the season? You can use the acronym GPS. If you find yourself stranded in a wilderness season, use this spiritual GPS to navigate your way out of where you are and to step back into the pathway towards realizing your divine dream. Thank you. I'm Toastmasters.